Hello and welcome to Mountain Patriot Homestead. Because it is a weeknight work night, I am going to keep this short, but I wanted to perhaps give you a little bit of inspiration. I know some folks are kind of sweating it a little bit because, the holidays are rolling in upon us, and some folks are wondering what they're going to give as gifts. A lot of people are trying to figure out how to afford those gifts, and I just want to tell you that there is a way to cut corners but give nice gifts and thoughtful gifts. And I just wanted to give you a couple examples of what I found today. I have not been running into Goodwill real often lately because I've noticed the prices are kind of high, but today I was waiting on an appointment and it was real close to Goodwill's, so I did run inside, and I want to show you, I only picked up 2 things, but I wanted to show you those 2 things and give you just maybe some ideas of how you could gift these if you wanted to give them as gifts, or maybe you would just want to keep them yourself. But of course you aren't likely to find the exact same thing that I did, but hopefully you will be motivated to go out there and just look around at your thrift stores or resale shops and see if there's some things that maybe you can think of ideas on how to turn these into gifts. Okay, the first one is something you may not think about as giving as a gift because, it's would be kind of different, but it is, I'm going to cover up what the price tag was on it, but this is a McCall's Craft pattern that does a yo-yo quilt. It does, what else does it do? It does a quilt, a pillow, a flower, an egg, a ball decorations, and a bunny. So this pattern does a lot. You can make a lot of different things from it, and I just want to show you something. This pattern, as in many that I find, it has never been cut. It does not look like it has really ever been pulled out of the package because everything is perfectly inside the package. Now, I don't know if many of you sew, but if you do, you know that patterns are not cheap. And even though they're usually marked down some at any of the stores that you buy from, still, if you paid full price for this pattern, $18.95 is what you would be paying. Well, of course, that's a ridiculous price, but even if you paid $10 for it, that's still pretty high, but you could make a lot of things from this pattern. Now, you could make gifts you could use this pattern and make these different items to distribute as gifts themselves. Or perhaps you could use this pattern if you know somebody that sews, or maybe a beginner sewer, because those little yo-yo things first of all, they're easy to make, and it's a good start for a beginner sewer. But you can, seamstress, I guess. I keep saying sewer, but seamstress. But think about, you could put a pattern and maybe look on the back. Even if you don't sew, you can look on the back and it will tell you for each one of the items that you can sew for this, it tells you exactly what type of fabric you need and any of the embellishments that you would need to sew any of these items that are on here. Now, I'm going to show you what the price was marked at the store. $149 is what Goodwill had it marked at, but I didn't pay that because I know that today was the color of the day at the Goodwill I was in. It was red, which means that the color of the day made it 50% off. So in essence, I paid approximately 75 cents for this pattern. But I could take this pattern, I could put it in a basket, put maybe some little sewing shears with it. I could put some fabric to make one of these products that's listed here. You know, add a ribbon, add, you know, whatever into the little sewing basket and make a nice gift to give perhaps a beginner sewer. That was just one idea. But 75 cents rather than $18.95. Now the other, sorry, I'm reaching off camera here. The other item that I received, and I haven't even wiped this down yet, so excuse any dust or little glue marks or whatever that you see on it. But another item that I found was this soup tureen. Now this is a soup tureen, you know, it shows Campbell's Soup Kids. Let me flip it around. I'm trying not to drop it here because it's kind of heavy. It shows them up, and of course the light is a horrible glare on it, but it shows the Campbell Soup Kids throughout the years. But this, as long as I don't drop it, this is in pristine condition. There's no chips, there's no cracks, there's no anything. It comes with the little soup ladle that it was made with, and that little booger's heavy just by itself, but it is in perfect condition. Looks brand new. It could be cleaned up. I mean, think about somebody on your gift list that likes to mess around in the kitchen. You could give this, you could give some soup ingredients. It wouldn't have to be Campbell's soup out of a can, but perhaps you could give homemade soup mix, or, you know, just any type of related. You could put this in there, a little soup mix, pack of crackers, maybe some little soup mugs. Put all of that together and make a very lovely basket. This was marked $12.99. It was a red, the color of the tag was red, so that means I paid around $6.50 for this soup tureen. I looked this soup tureen up. It depends on where you bought it from, but this is considered a, I guess some type of collector's item piece. But I've seen the price. Of course, the prices vary widely depending on where you look, but all the way up to like $100 for this. Well, of course, nobody's going to pay $100. I wouldn't think would pay $100 for this, but perhaps if you had a Campbell's collector in your family, this would be something they would really enjoy. But just keep your eyes open when you go places and look for things that, you know, sometimes they aren't right on the edge of the shelf to catch your attention. This was on a little end cap shoved back behind some other things. That pattern that I found was all the way across the store in another section from where it should have been. So keep your eyes open, pay attention. There are deals out there. You can add inexpensive items to these and make lovely, thoughtful gifts that the recipient is going to like and your pocketbook's going to like, but you're going to feel good about giving. I hope this helped somebody, gave you some inspiration, motivation, and get out there, look for those deals, and you have a lovely evening. Love y'all. Mountain Patriot Homestead, signing out.